What is up, guys? It's me, Miles Morales, again, and today we will be reviewing Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So let's review this movie. So the movie starts off with Mike hanging out with this girl, Debbie, and then his friends, the Terenzi brothers, they decide to show up and show that they want to sell some ice cream. And then a comet shows up, and then Debbie and Mike think it's kind of interesting. Then this old guy sees it and thinks it's Haley's comet, even though that showed up 2 years earlier. And then the guy looks for it, and then the clown catches his dog, and then he tries to punch the tent, and then he hurts his hand, and then he touches something, and then gets electrocuted. And then later, Mike and Debbie decide to go see what's going on. They go inside. Mike thinks it's just some normal cotton candy thing, which is kind of interesting. And then they go see the cotton candy, and then he has a face in the cotton candy, and Debbie and Mike try to run, but they get caught because Mike drops something, and then Debbie and Mike get shot with popcorn. And then the clowns try to make a balloon animal dog, and then Mike hits them with the car, and then Debbie goes to her ex, Dave is a cop, and then they try to send Debbie home, and then Debbie goes home, and then the clowns start causing chaos with pizza and Valentine's candy, and then Mike tries to show Dave that the tent was there, even though now it's gone, so he arrests him, and then a clown punches a dude's head off, which is kind of crazy, and then Mike and Dave go see what's going on, and then cotton candy in a car, or a Jeep, and then Mooney doesn't believe it still, and then a guy is driving, and then a clown drives his car off of a bridge, and then what you're looking at right here would probably be Quentin Tarantino's favorite scene. I don't know what he thinks about it, because I don't think he's ever seen this movie, or maybe he has, I don't know. Anyway, so a clown does puppets, and then does a dinosaur, and then it eats all of them, and then Mooney still doesn't believe him, because I don't know why he doesn't believe him. And then Mike goes up with the Terenzi brothers, and they don't believe him until he says Debbie has two roommates with big ballistics, which, if you know what ballistics are, you should have played. If you know what ballistics are, they're from Resident Evil 4. Anyway, so one of the clowns goes to the jail, and then Mooney puts him in the prison, and then he unalives him, and then Mooney is turned into a puppet, and then Dave shoots the clown in the nose, which kills the clown. And then Mike and the Terenzi brothers see that the clowns have basically taken over the whole entire city, and after Debbie is done with her shower, the popcorn that was on the floor earlier, it's now trying to get her, and then the clowns end up putting Debbie in a balloon. Then Mike and Terenzi brothers and Dave are trying to look for Debbie, and then the Terenzi brothers think the cops are after them, and then a cop gets hit in the face and body with a bunch of pies. And then the Terenzi brothers, Mike and Dave, they all go into a funhouse or whatever. Then the Terenzi brothers get split up, and they fall into a ball pit and think these two clowns are Debbie's roommates. And then Mike and Dave save Debbie, and then the Terenzi brothers are able to save them by driving their ice cream truck, which has a clown on it. And then a giant clown, which I'm pretty sure the internet calls Clownzilla, shows up. And then the Terenzi brothers, who are in the truck, get freaking thrown, and then the ice cream truck explodes, and then Dave sends Debbie and Mike to get out of there because he doesn't want them to die. And then the freaking ship, or whatever it's called, is flying into the air, and then Dave hits the giant clown in the nose, killing it as well. And then Mike and Debbie think that they're the only ones alive, and it turns out Dave actually survives this whole entire thing. And then the Terenzi brothers hid in the ice cream truck, or the freezer. And then the movie ends with them getting hit in the face with a bunch of pies. Alright, that was my review of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Hope you liked this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in in the next video. Peace.